On the edge, a Detroit rapper is going viral for something other than her music. Fans know her as Dank DeMoss, and they're fuming after a Lyft driver allegedly denied her a ride because of her size. And Fox News' Jessica Dubnak is live in Detroit with this story. And my goodness, tell us how this all unfolded here, Jessica. Well, it all unfolded on video. Deja Banlane whipped out her phone when this all happened. Now, the Lyft driver, he was kind enough and apologetic, but refused her a ride and said that she would not fit and that her weight couldn't be handled by his tires. Now she's filing a lawsuit.
So what I see is huge lawsuits coming to Uber. Now, this driver was really nice and kind, but he just refused because of her statue. And I kind of felt bad for her because, you shouldn't look at somebody's statue and create something in your mind that something's going to happen to your vehicle. Those vehicles, they're tough, they're built tough. And my goodness, what kind of harm can she do to your vehicle? But, it's his vehicle. I guess he has a right, I guess, to refuse rides if he finds it necessary to do so. But I don't know. Watch the video. Let's check it out and see what's gonna happen.
Have you been in cars that time?
Yes, I have. I've been in cars smarter than that,
Deja Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me. He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires,
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
Every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car.
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
I get the money if it makes my food.
Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, it really hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I mean, he should have given her a ride. That's nonsense. Just give the lady a ride to where she needs to go. I would have done it if I was an Uber. I wouldn't. The only time I think if I was an Uber, I'd refuse a ride is if I felt danger amongst a person that before they entered my car, they just looked dangerous. I just didn't feel right, and I knew I could possibly put myself in danger. That's about the only time I would do that. But most of the time, you shouldn't react to something like that, especially when they're human like you are. They have feelings like you do, and the man had no right to refuse her. So I don't know. The lawsuit may go through. It could be that what he did was discriminative. And if that was the case, Uber is going to get sued. Maybe possibly him too. I don't know what he's covered under. I don't know how that works, but I know back in the day when there was taxi drivers, I had two friends that drove taxis back in Sacramento, and they used to bring people from the Sacramento airport all the time. And, they never refused rides, no matter how big or small a person was. I mean, it was just wrong to do that. So these Uber drivers and Lyft drivers are going to have to take into consideration that people have feelings, and that doesn't matter the statute of somebody, you need to give that person a ride, especially if they're a paying customer. If there's no danger from them to you, then you need to give them a ride, period.
It looks like a Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too. I knew it was illegal, and I knew that it was wrong. Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law. It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same. The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
I can fit in this car.
Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can. I really want people to see what we go through as bigger people,
Boy, oh boy, I see huge lawsuits coming down the pipeline for Lyft. And if you're a Lyft driver, I would not refuse people just because of you have some type of power mind going on up here that stops you from doing the right thing. Because what that guy did, I don't care how nice he was, it was wrong. Period. There's no excuse for it. You should have gave the woman a ride. She paid for it. It was her ride, and you refused it. Lawsuit coming. I wonder how many more people are going to sue. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
We did reach out to Lyft. They did not get back with us in time for this story. Now, Lyft, Uber, those rideshare companies, they can refuse passengers based on a perceived security threat. But according to Deja's attorneys, you cannot discriminate based on someone's weight. It's very clear in that cell phone video. That is why he denied her ride. Reporting live on Detroit's West Side, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
And because these Lyft drivers, they're their own personal rides, I mean, they turn people away, but they have some discretion, you're saying, but when it comes to some of these protected liberties, no.
That is what the attorneys are saying, and they said they had enough to file suit. They have filed that lawsuit, and Lyft has been served, but we will see what happens. We'll stay in touch with Deja.
Yeah, it's interesting because you said so many people came forward after this, so clearly it's an issue out there right now. Thanks, Jessica.